Well, it looks like Osight has been listening to their consumers. Let's check out the Osight SE. And this right here is the new and improved version from the previous model, which was the Osight S. So if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're trying to save some money, because this type of optic right here, when you look at other brands, is really expensive. So that's the good thing about Osight, is that they offer an affordable option. Well, let's get into it and see what this thing is all about. So Osight continues to innovate with their closed emitter optic, and we're going to check out the Osight SE RMSC multi-reticle red dot. Let's get into it. All right, this is the box right here. That's what it looks like, and once again, you can see they really did put a lot of effort into this box. You can see where the optic picture is raised right there, and you can even feel it. Pretty neat. All right, that's one side of the box. Other side, and this is the back of it. Okay, pretty solid box. Let's go ahead and open it up. Of course, that's it right there. Then right here, of course, it gives you a thank you for being part of the Osight family. Let's open this up. Now, they did make this box a little bit different. They made it more of a like short, flat square instead of more rectangular like they have before. This is the README and zeroing instructions on how to do so. So that's what it looks like on that side. You also have it on this side. Here's the optic right here. Looks pretty good. Nice. That's it right there. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up so everybody can see the red dot. Put this to the side. Right here you have a little tab that you can pull up on, and of course it has some more accessories in the inside. So let's take a look at it right here. Another tab that you could pull out the box. And right here you have your tool right there for you, so that's pretty cool. Down here at the bottom, this is really nice. Now you have your battery compartment spare screws. So I don't remember them adding this in the last model. So that's really, really nice. So then that way, if you do lose a screw right here, you have two more screws that you can use that they give you. So pretty nice. Right here, you have your user manual. And then right here, you have your screws, and it is labeled number 6 through 32. You have your M4, number 6 through 40, and M3. And then it also, if I come closer, it has the measurements right there that you can see. It's in white, so it's kind of hard to see. I wish next time they probably put this in black. It'll be a whole lot better. So there goes some of your screws. That's what they look like right there. Okay, and once again, you can organize these the way that you want. So you could take these off and just stack them and organize them the way that you want. Let's take a look at one of the screws. And I know you want to see this. It does have the blue Loctite on the screws too. So that is pretty damn cool. Okay, this is screws right there. And interesting enough, it looks like that's it with this package. So that's all what you get right here in a small little package. So here's the dimensions on the screen right now. I like to always give you the full details about the optic, the length and the width. So there you have it. And here's the optic right here. So it looks like it's pretty much the same size as the previous model. And of course, you all know that I have the previous model right here. So here it is. Okay, and this is pretty much what it looks like. And as you can see, the size is the same. That's it. Side-by-side comparison. So what it looks like, you know, if it was sitting on this gun, that's the S to the right. This is the SE. And of course, you all know that this one right here has the wireless charging. Okay, and that's the front view right here now. So now, as far as the differences, if you want to know the differences, there are a couple of differences. So as far as this optic right here, the SE, it does not have the light sensor in the front, okay? And of course, the previous model does have the light sensor in the front, and you can kind of see it shining right there, that little circle, okay? Right there in the front of it. And I'll use my screwdriver right here to kind of show you, but that's it right there. So that's the light sensor where it'll automatically dim the light regarding your red dot if you get away from the light. Now, as you go a little bit, towards the light, it'll brighten it up automatically. And they have that mode in this model. So not bad at all. That's one of the differences right there. As you can see, it's nothing on the front. And then also another difference is the wireless charging. So as far as the wireless charging, this one has it. Of course, they didn't incorporate that in this model. Now, another thing that's different is right here. So of course, this one right here has the side battery tray, and you can take the battery out, put it back in, easy access. And on this one, of course, you don't have it because it is wireless charging. So they really, really listen to the consumer, and they created a whole nother, model that pretty much looks the same, but just has some minor adjustments. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot. As far as the material, there's a difference in the material. So, this one right here had what was called a OAL material as far as the aluminum that it is. And the newer model right here is a 7075 aluminum. So those are the three differences. I really, really like the fact that this is a closed emitter optic. Once again, because it does not allow debris to get inside the emitter and kind of interfere with the emitter being illuminated, outwards. So you don't get that star bursting and stuff like that, which can become problematic. So that's a really, really good thing. And it also helps with moisture, water, all of the above. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead real quick and put this on the scale. So we have the scale running right here. Let's go ahead and set it to 0. And it is set to 0 right there. I'll put some light on there so you all can see it. So here it is, put it on the scale, and it does have the battery in, just to let you know. So it is 0.9 ounces, 0.9 ounces regarding the weight. So that's pretty impressive that it's lightweight. That way it will not interfere with the weight distribution as far as the slide. Now let's get into the optic material here. Of course, they went back to the material that they were using before. So this is the 7075 aluminum. So it is a pretty hardcore and rugged aluminum that they use for this optic. The optic is waterproof, which is IPX7 rated, and you'll see on the screen right now what that means. The maximum runtime is 75,000 hours on mode 3 with dot only. So keep that in mind. Now let's look at the tint right here on this. I really like the fact that they put that tint on there to help with the glare. And the lens is called a aspherical lens, and it ensures zero distortion and parallax-free performance. So that's pretty cool that they included that. Moving right along, right here you do have your elevation up and down. So that's it right there. Pretty tactile clicks, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear it if you can hear it on screen. So let's go ahead and turn it, get a little closer to the mic. That's it right there. So I can feel the clicks with it. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can feel the clicks with it. On the side, you have your windage, and that is left and right. So up and down, left and right here, and it has the same exact tactile clicks, which is 1 MOA per click. They also did it again as far as the branding on the side. So they kept it dark black, and I like it. The SE right there, the same exact way that they did the previous model right here. They have S right here, and they kept the Osight dark black. I wish more optics would do that. Now let's go ahead and look at the battery tray, the new feature that they included on this. And this is your screw right here. Now keep this in mind. This screw was like really black, but when you're using a screwdriver, a flathead like this, it tends to kind of chip the paint a little bit, which is unfortunate. So let me go ahead and unscrew it. Unscrews pretty easy. Take the screw out. It's very small, so don't lose that screw. Here it is right here. And then we'll go ahead and take the battery tray out. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the battery tray because it's very, very important. So that's your battery right there. The battery that you will be using is a Panasonic. You can find these on Amazon or any of your hardware stores. This is the tray right here. And of course, they did include a gasket, an O-ring right here. So you can see that O-ring, which wraps all the way around this tray, which of course helps with water resistance and dust being able to get inside that battery tray. Now let's go ahead and put the tray back in. And it's pretty easy to go in. You take the screw and just screw it on there. It's really short, so it's kind of difficult to put it in sometimes. So let's move to the rear of the Optic right here. And I love it. I love the fact that they put iron sight area right here for you to be able to co-witness with your pistol. And that's a very, very good thing. And they did incorporate that on the previous model. So this is the previous model. They had the iron sights there. And as you can see, it co-witness really good with your sights on your pistol. Moving right along here, just to go back to the light sensor. I told you this already. They did not include the light sensor right here. And also keep in mind, they did remove the battery light indicator. And usually that's between this rubberized plus sign and minus sign. You'll see a little clear area right there. And it gives you battery indication on how low your battery power is. So they didn't include that in this model. And I think that's kind of unfortunate. They should have kept that in this model regarding the battery. So we still want to know how much battery juice that we have inside the Optic. So I just wish they could have kept that where it turned red if it got too low, you know, orange if it's in the middle, or green if it's fully charged. Now let's look at the function buttons here. Of course, you have your plus sign and you have your minus sign. You can turn this on two different type of ways, guys. So you could turn it on right here with the plus sign, and right now it is completely off. You don't have to see any red dot right there. If you just tap it one time, it will turn your red dot on. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up, and that's your red dot right there if you tap it. Now, you can also turn it on by just simply tapping the minus button. So let's do it now. Right now, I turned it back off. Let's hit the minus button, boom, one time, and then you have your red dot right there. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit different on the way that you turn it off. So the way that you turn it off, you just use two fingers and you have to press simultaneously against the plus and the minus sign. And all you do is just simply press down simultaneously and long press it. And do it just like that, and boom, you'll see that it turned completely off. Now let's go ahead and look at the different type of reticles that you have right here. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. There it is right there. And this is the solid dot that you see right now. So if you hold down on the minus sign right here, you can change the reticle. So hold down, boom, and then you'll see it change after 3 to 4 seconds. So this right here is the circle. And you can't really distinguish on what it is because of the distortion of the camera. But if you look on the screen right now, it will show you that the dot, the circle, and the dot and the circle is very, very crisp. So I just put this illustration on the screen just so you can see what it looks like. Let's press down again on the minus sign, hold it down for 3 to 4 seconds, and it will change again for you. And there it is right there. So this one, let me look at it myself. This one is the circle and dot. And again, you can't see it, but that's why I put that picture up on the screen. And I promise you, it's really, really bright and vibrant. There are 10 brightness levels, 8 are daylight, and 2 are night vision. So let me go ahead and show you real quick. We're gonna turn the red dot all the way down here. It's all the way down. Now let's go ahead and turn it up, 10 brightness levels up. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and that thing is bright. Something that's super awesome about this Optic is that the Osight SE Optic turns off automatically after 3 minutes of an activity when its motion sensing feature is enabled. This motion sensor can be disabled by double pressing, okay? Double pressing and holding the minus button for 3 seconds. And that's right here, which also deactivates the shake awake function, allowing the sight to remain on until powered off. So that's pretty cool that they have that included. Something else awesome about this Optic is that they do have a RMR to RMSC adapter plates. and you see that on the screen right now. It basically converts RMR to RMSC, so you can run a small optic on your pistol if you like. They also have Osight Picatinny riser mounts that you can purchase sold separately. All right, so of course I like to get a little bit closer on the screen, give you guys those great visuals. And I will be getting the iPhone 17 soon. I'm gonna do a review on the channel of that also, but that should help a lot with getting these better, visuals as far as video and picture on the channel. So right here, you can see that emitter just glowing and shining brightly in the optic. All right, so now let's talk about the pros and the cons with this optic. Now, this is pretty good because I don't have many cons. To go back to what I was saying before, I wish they would have kept the battery indicator in the middle right here, regardless of the fact that it is, a battery tray right here. We still need to know how much battery juice we have so we can go ahead, get a new battery just in case something happens. Another con that I found here is the fact that the Osight SE does not have a green dot option yet, but again, I'm sure that they may update that depending on how well this model sells in the market. Now it's time to look at all the pros, and I got a lot of them here, guys. One of the pros is the fact that it's a closed emitter optic. I just love these type of optics. If anything catastrophic ever happens, you don't want anything obstructing your emitter laser right there in the back. So that's one of the things. I just love it. Closed emitter. Solid build structure. This has a really robust and solid build structure to it. Number 3 is the clear glass. I can't describe to this enough how clear their glasses usually are. So the type of materials that they're using for this glass really is holding up, and I like that. Another pro here is the built-in iron sights. So you just can't beat it. The built-in iron sights right here to allow you to be able to co-witness. Another thing that's really good about this is the inclement weather resistance. So I'm referring to the IP rating that they give this optic. You gotta have that, especially if you're out at the range training and rain, moisture, all of the above. All right, so I'm gonna bring back in the previous model. I'm not gonna put this on this pistol yet. I think I'm probably gonna end up putting this on a different type of pistol, but it'll give you an idea because they're the same exact size, guys. It's gonna give you an idea exactly how it's gonna look on your pistol. So there it is right there. And that's what you're looking at on how it's gonna look on the pistol, which is really good. I mean, it just gives it a really nice look, and it keeps that dark color scheme that I like on pistols. All right, so we're back at the table here, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about this optic right here. They're constantly innovating, and that's something that a lot of us appreciate, and I'm sure you, the subscriber, appreciates that too. So let me know what you think. They're gonna have more optics on the way, and you're gonna be seeing them here at the channel. So like I said, drop a like, drop a comment, and let me know what you think. I want to give a big shout out to Osight for sending this over to the channel. We appreciate you guys constantly sending products over, and I'm going to continue to give you guys some pretty good reviews. So please like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell so when I roll out the latest videos, you'll be able to receive them. And remember, I'm not from this planet.